every cemetery is different.
Yeah.
If you notice that these have a lot of the concrete crosses. So somebody in the area had a farm and made crosses for when they meet. And again, this was a lot of these early people died during the pandemic, 1918, 1919, when the Spanish flu came through, which is very similar to what we experienced in the last couple of years.
Yep.
And again, they died so quickly. You know, they buried them, and a lot of the graves are unmarked.
There's pottery shards too all around here.
Oh yeah.
There's a piece right there. Mom found a bunch down there too. I'll have to watch that dead.
So the Hohokam Indians made pottery. They made jars and vessels, and they, of course, cooked out of them, but they also buried their dead. They would oftentimes cremate them and put their ashes in pots, and then bury them in hillsides and things. And so you find these pottery shards all over.
I'll be darned. Very cool.
Interesting. Did they decorate the?
Yes, they had some lines painted on them. They weren't real bright.
Yeah.
But they did decorate a lot of them. Does that have marks on it?
A little cutter.
A little bit of, yeah.
Right here, yeah. Cool.
And this looks like, if you look at it's kind of concave, so I would say this is probably inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
This would have been outside.
The piece I have is slightly concave as well. Excuse me.
I'll show those folks up there too.
Yeah, a whole bunch of the front.
There you go.
This is color.
Thank you. What do you look for when you're looking for them?
Basically,
smooth.
They're unique. That they're kind of jagged. They look similar to a rock, but they're
very
not.
Flat.
Okie is really good at picking them out, and so is our daughter Sheena. They can pick them out.
This is like we don't walk in.
Rockhound, that's what it
But me, I'd be Tom Sawyer looking for skipping stones.
So here's some pottery shards. Oh wow. They're laying all over the place.
Here's some names. Now, I'll have to ask Steve. He said that earlier that researchers who finally do figure out where somebody with a name attached to them is buried is when they will mark the grave. And these look to have been done that way. Can't quite, well, maybe I can get a little closer here. I'm going to ask him. December 13th, that's my birthday. 1867, that's a little sooner than me. And died the 20th of November of 31. Okay, death dates 33, 32, 1910. So the Spanish flu, I'll have to ask him. Steve, what was the dates for the Spanish flu?
1918 and 1919.
Okay. So I saw some graves, and I'm thinking there's like 4 crosses over here that actually have placards on them now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that those are due to the research that you were mentioning earlier.
So, or family members who have come up.
Yeah, and did the genealogy or whatever.
Yeah. Grandpa or great-great-great-grandpa was buried right there.
Right, and then they figured out the rest of the family from there, probably.
And they may have exhumed.
Yeah, and did DNA possibly. Yeah.
Still used. They're still burying people.
Really?
This one we could open easily enough, but I'd say we're trespassing if we did, because it says no trespassing.
It does say no trespassing.
Oh, do you see the shipping container house over there? Oh, cool.
It looks like a 2-story shipping container.
House. That's neat.
Yeah.
We thought about doing that at one point.
Yeah, I've considered it.
Yeah.
I wonder what caused this grave to lilt.
Oh, wow, yeah, cool, isn't that?
Oh, wow.
What do you think caused that grave to sink that way? I'm guessing that's a, what they call, like a,
Subsidence or whatever.
Yeah.
Where the ground sinks. Now, this one here I look at, and it's got a patch on it, right?
yeah.
So I wonder if they exhumed remains and maybe did some testing or something. I don't know. But they put these caps on them to keep the predators out.
Right.
And then back, there's an original grave there.
Yeah, it's just rocks.
Unmarked. They just use rock.
Yep. Kind of how Picard buried Captain Kirk on some planet, I can't remember.
That's right, I remember that episode.
Yeah.
And there are some dates on some of these. Can't see that one, but it's got a plate on it.
Bottles.
It's too dark, I can't see. See, a bunch of them are unmarked.
Yeah.
Totally unmarked.
So is this a stone or it seems kind of thick and not curved? Or is that a piece of the plaster?
Yeah, it's kind of blended in, but
Just something about the flatness.
Flatness.
And then
You found
a piece of metal with a
Plant growing.
Oh, that's unusual.
Oh,
So check this out.
I have that all over my yard.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Nice.
common in Michigan.
Is it?
Yeah, all of our cars are all of our cars are rusting out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've probably left
Found
a
a unique planter.
You can pass it around.
I've probably lost some rust shards on my travels. Wonder what the purpose of all those cans is.
Cans?
Flower pots maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Did you see back there they had bottles in the ground to like put flowers
I like
in?
that.
Yeah.
I like that. There's different areas do different things.
Right.
Up in Michigan, some of the graveyards I've gone to, they're starting to do solar lights.
Oh, really?
Now, I'll tell you what, you go by the cemetery at night and it's like, this is creepy. The graves are lit up.
All the lights.
Yeah. But I'm guessing the cans are for Memorial Day. People maybe come out and put flowers in them. I mean, that was traditional for us in my family. We usually try to go a couple days before Memorial Day, but
it's so crowded.
yeah. But we'd go put fresh flowers in the urn. Now they want plastic flowers.
Oh, really?
And now they don't even want urns. If it exists, it can stay, but if it gets broken, you can't replace it unless you do it with a metal bucket, and it has to be plastic flowers, which I think is a shame.
Well, they don't want to spend the time and money for someone to go through too many things.
That's about the whole thing in a nutshell. Then they should just, I don't know. It's probably the people's fault in the first place, not the people who maintain the cemetery.
Right. It's people not taking care of it themselves.
Well, then you think, well, maybe they died off.
Yeah.
What happened, you know?
Right.
But more or less, I think it's later generations do not have as much interest or a connection.
Have as much connection to
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah. All the rock hounders are going nuts now.
I have a hard time like walking on the beach without looking for flowers.
Look at this one. Look at this one, honey.
Found one?
No, I'm not going to take it.
Oh.
But look at the uniqueness of it.
What are we looking at? Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Early bowling ball.
Yeah.
Or golf ball.
They were experimenting. They didn't quite get it round enough.
Right.
Or they couldn't get the holes through. I'll say.
This may have been a marker post. This is designed.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Because there's here and here, and maybe there was a different archway.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Yeah, because the roads kind of diverge here. And so they put up probably at one time a sign, because I would say this is the other post for the sign. There's some more of your rust.
I was just noticing this little before.
Yeah.
So it is the South City. Okay. Or like a bubbly kind of texture. The portrait does it. It just wasn't, it didn't get as hot, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is, okay, not quartz, but this is calcite. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of the
Get a close up of that. Calcite, okay.
Oh, that one's Chalcedony.
Chalcedony.
Chalcedony. This one's calcite. Oops.
Okay.
Shiny.
Yeah. Very neat.
Why the name Chalcedony?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just, I don't know. It looks like Chalcedony.
Okay. That's sometimes how things get named, actually.
It's spelled a little differently too. It's Chalcedony.
Ah, I have seen that in mineral books.
And that one's an unusual piece. That one has more of a milky color.
Right.
There's a couple other pieces we found earlier. This is typically what they look like.
Okay.
It looks like melted glass. Basically,
Yeah.
it's volcanic.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then some of them you'll find they're bubbly and they're more of a dark orange color.
Okay.
And that's actually called fire agate.
Oh, heard of that.
But it's harder to find.
I would
you
assume.
can find them in the washes sometimes. But it's harder to find out here. But they say that the desert out here is where you find a lot of it.
Yeah, this is cool. All right. We'll call this, what? Part whatever it is. Is it 3 or 4? Fair winds and smiles. And may God bless.